Hello and welcome to drillingcontractor.org. I'm Kelly Ainsworth, reporting from the 2015 IADC Annual General Meeting in San Antonio. I'm with James Wicklund, Managing Director for Energy Research at Credit Suisse. How are you doing today?
Very good.
And you mentioned in your presentation earlier today that the U.S. onshore industry has been forced into a swing producer role. What does that mean for the industry and for future oil price recovery?
Well, it used to be that the swing producer was the lowest incremental cost provider, which is why Saudi was the swing producer for years. But the U.S. has proven its ability to put on volumes faster than anyone else in the history of the oil business. And that ability to turn on the taps has made the U.S. a swing producer. And so that means that in good times, we will supply most of the growth, which is going to be very positive when demand picks up. The offset to that, though, is in times where production needs to drop or be held constant, that responsibility is ours as well. And so right now, since Saudi OPEC didn't cut 1 million barrels last year at the November OPEC meeting, now we're having to. And the only way that can happen is by lower price.
When might we expect to see both onshore and offshore begin to recover?
I think you'll see onshore start to recover toward the end of 16, toward the end of next year. At some point, you do need our production growth to come back on, and like I say, we can do it quickly. Deepwater is going to take longer. It's a 7-year cash-on-cash return cycle. The costs have gone through the roof. The inflation on projects has been extreme. Most of the large major IOCs lost money on major offshore projects, even at $100 oil. So it'll take a couple of years, maybe several years to come back.
What is needed to help the deepwater sector begin to recover?
They need to lower costs. I mean, literally, the returns on a new deepwater field today are only about 11 to 14%, and that's not enough of a return to make the Chevrons, Exxons, and BPs of the world part with their capital. And so you're going to have to bring down the costs, and so oil companies are going to have to change their contracting behavior, and the equipment companies are going to have to work on standardization and working together more to get those costs and the returns to the oil companies back in line.
And what changes are needed to the deepwater sector to help it become more sustainable, especially during down cycles like this one?
Sharing, collaboration, working more closely, the oil companies with the service providers who do this every day on a regular basis. And so we get into a lower cost mode, then we can easily survive down cycles much better than we can this time.
Well, thank you for joining us today, James, and for giving us your insight on outlook for the market.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us on drillingcontractor.org.